Are they snooping around to learn more about you? That's today's question. Hi, I'm Sunny, and I have 3 piles you guys can choose from left to right. I have pile 1, 2, and 3. So if you need more time, you're more than welcome to pause the video and select a pile of your choice when you're ready, or piles of your choice. So each pile has 2 cards, and it's going to be sort of a yes or no format where if there's 2 uprights, it's a yes, 2 two downwards, 2 reversed are no's, and then if it's mixed, it's like 50-50. So just letting you guys know before I go ahead and start with the first pile. So for pile number 1, you guys have the Page of Pentacles reversed followed by the Magician reversed. So this is a no. The person in your mind is not snooping around for information in regards to you, which is a great sign, I think. Sometimes you want your privacy, but sometimes you also want to be known, which kind of makes ironic sense where it's like, are they snooping around, but you're technically still snooping around yourself through tarot, which doesn't, anyways. I think it's funny. So this is a no. And I think maybe likely for you guys, you're thinking about a specific, either it could be a older man compared to you, or it's full on like a specific female. And I think maybe it's because like you cut off contact or something, or you limited their contact to you, your access, and no, they're not looking up stuff for you. I don't think they care. And that's not, no offense to you, but it more some seems like they're focused on themselves more. They're being a little bit more selfish with their time and their energy. So I think they're focused on themselves and how to better themselves in some way, or how to grow themselves and value their self-worth, their confidence, their ego. I just think it's more like something internal that they need to work on, and it's been on the cards for a while for them. So yeah, no, I think they're just kind of chill, like not chilling, but overall with this Magician reverse too, it just feels like they're not looking to spark your interest. It just feels like they're kind of just dismissive, just not super dismissive, but just disinterested, there you go, in your life. So take what resonates, but overall this pile feels like they're not interested particularly in your life, which is great, I think. But yeah, overall this person, I could also feel like they maybe are looking for a way to create more savings, for example, or just a financial outcome that's going to benefit you guys, or not you. Why am I saying you guys? Benefit themselves, I'm sorry. They're looking for a specific benefit route. I don't know why I'm messing up my words so much. Benefit route when it comes to their life and how they can better themselves or create more stability for themselves, because I think maybe they're kind of on shaky ground a bit, or they're not very grounded, or they kind of got like their world shaken up a bit. Not too bad, but it just feels like they have other things in their mind. Maybe they aren't very creative in this time, and their creative outlets were their main source of income, and that took a hit, right? So sometimes it could be like that, or they don't feel very in tune with their intuition. Usually they're really good, like they have a good nose, or is it a good eye? I think it's a good nose. Right? It's a good nose to smell the money, or where the money goes. Like what are good ways to invest their energy to make long-term income, and they're kind of that's a little not sharp, let's say. So they're a little rusty in that sense. So that's why they're working on themselves to kind of learn to hide in that a little bit better. So that's what I have for you guys. So next, pile number 2. So pile number 2, you guys have the 6 of Wands upright, followed by the 10 of Swords upright. So yes, this person in your mind is snooping around for information to learn about you, and I'm not sure specifically why they want to learn about you. I think that you're someone that could, like, obviously if you're reading, if you're listening, you do care some amount, but it's mostly because you just care to know like who's being nosy about you, not so much like to be mean to them, I think. But I just think that this person is a male person. Whether this, I don't necessarily think it's a man who might have a thing for you. I think it's just maybe a friend, or maybe someone who's a coworker or an acquaintance, right? Or just someone who you know by passing, but you kind of know them because you see them on your daily routine, for example. Or it could be your boss too. But it just feels like this person is trying to find out what's going on with you. Right? Maybe you could, I just don't feel that you're private, but whether they, okay, maybe this person's making you fatigued and exhausted, sorry, because they're kind of, they don't get off your back. I was gonna say off your ADOS, but they don't get off your back because they always want to know what you're up to, or they're just kind of always telling you what to do. Like, it just feels like this pile, they know you, but it maybe like has a frenemy kind of taste to it in that sense, or it's not, maybe they talk bad about you too. They gossip about you in that way where they make themselves look better in comparison to you, or like they handled the situation like, and you couldn't like handle it properly, or you just didn't do enough. It just feels like this person likes to make themselves look better than they are so they can be complimented and like not appreciated, but like polished up. It just feels, how can I say, they like to hear that they're appreciated and applauded for all their efforts and accomplishments, while you couldn't live up to that potential. It just feels like that, where they feel like they have that stamina, like I stepped in and I fixed it, or I stepped in and I helped them, right? So I feel like this person, maybe it could even be like a family member, like father, a brother, a cousin, and it doesn't have to be off, like for everybody it has to be a male, but it's more of a masculine energy here, especially with that sword and that sword energy and like the fire energy of the wands. Temperamental person. I think this person knows how to get get around you specifically, or just maybe they have harsh words. I think they maybe critique you hard so they can look better, or like they like to boast their egos by basically taking it like by using you as like their source of picking at you. Like they take aim at you and then they make sure that it's public or something, or that other people hear, so that they look like they are in control, they're responsible, and they know what they're doing. And maybe you're too fatigued and too tired of their same BS, or just the same routines that they constantly do that at you, that it you don't even bother anymore to stand up for yourself, because you just know what they're gonna do. You know their deal. And maybe you're just coming here for the confirmation, but yes, this person's trying to find out more about you. And I just feel more so because they're trying to dig at you so that they can get to your weak points. I think they're really trying to know what's that, not that soft spot, but what's that, they want to go for like maybe the guttural, or they really want to know where it would hurt to get back at you. I think they might have, it just feels like they have some ego hangups, but maybe they just want what you have. They constantly compare themselves to you, and they feel like you have everything, when you yourself can possibly feel like you might not have everything, but you make it seem so like easy and stuff. So it just feels like they are personally attacking you because they are jealous of you, or they want what you have, or they just want to like make you look bad in front of others so that they look better, because they know that they're not that great of a person, right? So I think people can read sometimes through that, but of course not everybody has that great intuition to pick that up. Maybe it's because you look like you have it all, and that's why they don't need to have everything you have. They just desire to have that fulfillment that you don't seek from others, and that's why you're maybe just more hush about it, and that's why they're trying to dig at it, because they want to know what made it work for you, or where did they go wrong that you went right. So it's not always like that. It's just sometimes actions are different. Maybe they also just they're just petty people, I think, overall. Like, they might just be passive aggressive too, or you can just kind of pick up on that, like the undertones of the conversations that you guys have, if it is like a person of not interest, but someone that you know on your day-to-day. So yeah, take what resonates, by the way, but it just feels like this person wants to look better than you in some capacity, but they want to make you look like you're incapable of stepping up to the plate, because it feels like you're out of energy. You're just tired of everyone's BS, of people like talking bad about you, or backstabbing you, or like removing their trust. Like you're removing their trust, right? You removing their trust from them because they're not trustworthy people. Their actions don't lead to good results, right? Or anything beneficial for you. So thank you, pile number 2. Next is pile number 3. You guys have the Queen of Wands upright, followed by the 5 of Cups reversed. So this one is mixed. I don't want to say yes or no, but for some people it's yes, for some people it's no. Do take what resonates. The person in your mind, let me just pull one. Like, if it is a yes and if it is a no, I guess the extra confirmation card would be the 7, right? It's getting dark, sorry. So I think it's 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. So it's the 7 of Pentacles reversed. So maybe it's effortless to find out information. For those of you that picked for like the yes part, it might be effortless of them. It's so dark. Let's see. Yeah, that's as far as I can. Okay. So it might be effortless of them to actually find out information about you. Might be. Why do I always say that? Might be. Give me a second, pile number 3. Maybe it's because you guys went to school together, worked together in the previous past, or they know you from some location with a common, is it denominator? With a common factor, right? I think denominators at the end, but there's a common factor between you guys that you started out from, and that's how they know you. It was a goal. Maybe you guys were achieving something similar. Maybe you guys were in the same group, and that's how they got to know you, and they're trying to find out more information about you. It could be either male or female here too. I got kind of mixed. Take your pick, whatever sounds more reasonable for you, but I feel that for the people who picked yes, I just think that this person's just trying to find out more about you because they're interested in you in some way. How can you benefit them? Like, I like how there's a little bit of everything, so I can't really say like, oh, it's because like it's wand purposes, or because of cup purposes, or maybe it's pentacle purposes. It's a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna say that they really just want to know overall what kind of person you are. I think they're trying to figure you out and your intentions and what you stand for, and whether they can trust you. Are you a good friend? Are you someone that's going to be kind of calculating? Or are you going to be someone that's like nice? Are you going to not be so hot-tempered? Are you going to be more chill? Are you going to be just relaxing? Or just what kind of person are you? And for the no's, the reason why it would be a no is because they're walking away. For some reason, for the no's, it feels like it was a love potential, and for the people who picked yes, it was not a love potential. It was maybe like a camaraderie, or like a partnership, like a work partnership, or a school partnership, like friend, acquaintance. I can't see it. Acquaintances. Very different. Like, one feels more like it's a tangible thing, one's not tangible. And the non-tangible is a no. It feels more like it's an emotional thing where I think this person might have had shown interest in the past, but they're starting new, looking at another cup, basically. So they're not really focused on you, or they're not showing that interest anymore because they understood that they had to, look at their other cups and basically appreciate those cups and not try to, how can I say, not try to focus so much on you. So it just feels like they are learning more to love themselves. They're learning to just, feel those emotions, work through them. Maybe they were kind of feeling a little bit depressed before, and now they're not. They're feeling a lot happier. They're moving on. I think they're connecting with people and they're feeling more fulfilled, and they're not really looking for a person, maybe. Or if they are, they're looking for a person who shows that interest back, that feeling of love can be reciprocated. Can say it. Reciprocated. There you go. So that's what I get for you, where it's two different scenarios where no's are the people who had a possible love connection, and it could be vice versa, but no, they're not looking at you, at least not anymore, right? They moved on. They started new, or they're starting a new connection with somebody else, or they're taken. And then the people who have a yes, it had to do with either a financial opportunity or something that required to be more physical, like an action, or maybe it's just them. If you feel like, well, it was a possible love connection, but I didn't want it anymore, it just feels like they tried to invest themselves in and they didn't get anything in return, so therefore they just felt that you are the Queen of Wands, like the representation of the Queen of Wands, where you're someone that has a high ground, you have high expectations of what you want, and you're demanding in ways that they cannot, reach to that potential. Like you require them to do a lot of action from their part to live up to that potential, and they may not feel like they may feel like they're out of their league, basically. So do take what resonates, but even if it is a potential to actually be a financial opportunity, it feels like it would have been a partnership that wouldn't have worked out for them or for you. The logistics of it wouldn't have been quite well. I think you guys are very different people, or you navigate energies through very different perspectives, and that's where you would clash, and maybe your temper would get the best of you. So do keep in mind that you should take what resonates. But that's what I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in a different video, and bye everybody.